This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for November 22, 2022. And in the news this evening, INECOM probing fatal shooting by soldier at a checkpoint. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing the fatal shooting of a man by a soldier at a checkpoint on Laws Street in Kingston on Monday. The deceased has been identified as 24-year-old Teron Hewitt. From the accounts provided by members of the Jamaica Defense Force, a confrontation occurred between members of the public and a group of soldiers at a Kingston Central checkpoint, according to INDECOM. It is further reported that during the confrontation, a soldier discharged his weapon at Hewitt, who was then taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. INDECOM says no members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force were present or involved in the incident, and it says no firearm was reported as recovered or in the possession of the deceased at the time of the incident. The investigative oversight body says its team processed the scene, canvassed the witnesses, and conducted initial interviews of the concerned soldiers. These concerned officers will be required to provide a statement and/or attend the office of the Commission to be interviewed. INDECOM is urging all persons who witnessed the incident and those who have any information that can assist the investigation to come forward. FLA suspends a permit of man in New Kingston gun video. The man seen in a social media video pointing his licensed firearm at a woman in New Kingston has had his permit suspended, the Firearms Licensing Authority has confirmed. The weapon was surrendered to the FLA yesterday, the agency confirmed. The man's identity has not been publicly disclosed. It is believed that the incident occurred in New Kingston last Saturday. It shows a man pulling a firearm from his waistband and pointing it at a woman who was advancing towards him. According to the FLA, the license will remain suspended pending the outcome of an investigation. The investigation is to determine whether the use of the firearm by him was in keeping with FLA's use of force policy, a spokesperson told the news on Tuesday. If the FLA deems that he did not conduct himself properly in terms of the training that all license holders get as it relates to use of force, the FLA can revoke the license. St. James man charged for rape of his neighbor. A St. James man accused of raping his neighbor after she allowed him to use her kitchen has been charged by the police. Charged with rape and unlawful wounding is 26-year-old Akeem Walton of Angeline in Salt Spring. The alleged incident happened on Friday, November 18. According to the police, about 12:30 p.m., Walton allegedly asked his neighbor to allow him to use her kitchen. The woman was reportedly inside her room when Walton allegedly entered and demanded sex, the police reporters said. It is being alleged that he held her by her neck, inflicted a wound to her hand using a piece of broken vase, and subsequently had sexual intercourse with her. A report was made to the police immediately following the incident. Walton was subsequently arrested and charged following an interview. His court date is being arranged. 56-year-old charged for fatal Westmoreland stabbing during disputes. Detectives in Westmoreland have charged 56-year-old Fitzroy Frey in relation to a fatal stabbing of a man in Old Road in Moreland Hill on Saturday. Frey was charged with murder on Monday, November 21. A court date is being finalized. The police report that Frey and 36-year-old Keisha Evans had a dispute during which Frey allegedly used a knife to stab him several times. The police were summoned and Evans was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Frey fled the area on foot. He was subsequently located and arrested by cops who conducted an operation at his home. According to the police, a knife with bloodstains was also taken from him. St. Mary man charged over sexual assault of minors to be sentenced Friday. The sentencing of a St. Mary man who pleaded guilty to multiple sexual offenses against the minors is to be handed down in the Home Circuit Court on Friday. Sheridan Shepherd, 38, was charged last year with 6 counts of buggery, 5 counts of indecent assault, and 1 count of grievous sexual assault. The sentencing of Shepherd, who is from Highgate, has been hit by delays. It is unclear what caused the most recent postponement. Shepard was charged in June 2021 with several counts of buggery, indecent assault, and grievous sexual assault committed against several minors aged from 6 to 12 years old at the time. It was reported that several parents in the Highgate area reportedly left their children in Shepard's care, who was offering counseling sessions to the minors. It was reported that residents who got wind of the sexual acts attacked him, in which he was severely beaten. He was subsequently taken into custody and later charged. The mother of one of the victims told the news Tuesday morning that she will not be able to attend the sentencing, but was happy with the outcome of the case. St. Elizabeth farmer charged for stealing ketchup from woman's kitchen. A farmer who was allegedly caught stealing tomato ketchup from inside a woman's house in Elderslie District in Magotty, St. Elizabeth on Friday, October 14, has been charged with burglary and larceny. Reports are that a 50-year-old Uroy Smith, otherwise called Nachalus, broke into the woman's house and was caught inside her kitchen about 12:45 a.m. He was found with a bottle of ketchup and reportedly asked the woman for salt. The woman, being fearful, gave him the salt and he left through her back door. A report was made to the police and investigations led to Smith's arrest. Classes again suspended at Seaford High as teachers continue sit-in. For a second straight day, classes at Seaford High School in St. Thomas have been suspended. This follows a sit-in by teachers at the institution who are protesting the non-payment of deductions from their salaries. The deductions include car payments, insurance, and the savings, which have not been remitted to various institutions. The teachers say the situation has been happening for years. They say despite Monday's protest, no one from the Ministry of Education has reached out to them. St. Mary Police probing arson at the Karen Hall Primary. The St. Mary Police are investigating a case of arson at the Karen Hall Primary School, which resulted in damage to the Grade 1 classroom this morning. The classroom door and a section of the floor were damaged by fire. Quick action by the watchman at the nearby infant school prevented the fire from spreading. Speaking with the news, Principal Brenton Pinnock said there was another attempt to burn the classroom on Sunday. Mr. Pinnock said he is puzzled by the incident, which appeared to be an attempt to disrupt the school operation and especially the development of our students. He said both fires were reported to the fire brigade as well as the police. Grade 1 students have been relocated to an isolation room that was set up during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Classes will be dismissed early today.
It seems like there are persons who want to disrupt the school operation and especially the development of our students. And hence, Sunday, there was a particular report. I was called and informed that there was a fire at the Grade 1 classroom. And hence, that report was made both to the fire brigade and also to the police station at the Highgate. Learning continues and the development of our students continues, of course.
A parent told the news that she is not pleased and the incident should not have happened. But she also raised concerns about the principal, saying parents are unhappy with him and his operation of the institution.
The problem is we need a good principal at this school. The principal that is here, you cannot communicate with him. So we need a good principal at this school. Something needs to be, there's no improvement at the school. No improvement. We are not pleased about it. We are not pleased, and the whole community needs to come together and protest about it. We are not pleased. Something needs to be done. There's no security at the school. The school needs fencing, nothing like that. Nothing going on at the school. The school needs improvement.
Jamaican implicated in armed bank robbery on Martha's Vineyard. A Jamaican man has been implicated in an armed bank robbery on Martha's Vineyard in the U.S. state of Massachusetts. Miguel Antonio Jones, 30, pleaded not guilty to being an accessory after the fact to the robbery during his court appearance on Monday. Bail was set at $300,000, and Jones was ordered to stay away from the victims and the bank and to wear a GPS monitoring bracelet if he posts bail. The police say Jones was one of 3 suspects in the robbery, but the other 2 suspects may have already left the island. Jones was reportedly caught driving the car the suspects got into after they ditched the one they stole. According to court paperwork, police found $100 bills in his car and dark clothing consistent with what the 3 masked suspects were wearing. But because Jones was evasive during questioning, the police could only charge him with accessory after the fact. His attorney says the local landscaper, who was once a professional footballer for Jamaica, has no criminal record. Jones will return to court on December 16. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.